digiTRACC was developed by CCI to provide a user-friendly tool for assessing, planning and monitoring a TRACC implementation throughout an organization. It uses an area tree to represent the departmental and geographical structure of the organization. In each area, it enables you to assess the current maturity of all the TRACCs to which the organization is subscribed. You can compare the current status against past baselines and future targets and develop a detailed plan for carrying the best practice implementation forward. The application includes reporting tools that you can use to keep an eye on TRACC progress in your area and the effect of this progress on actual performance. digiTRACC also provides a knowledge library for TRACC content and for your in-house best practice documentation. This is the login screen. You choose your language, specify your access credentials, and log in. The area tree is always displayed on the left. Its structure has branching groups of regions and sites that correspond to those that exist in the organization. You can assign categories to areas in the area structure so that you can compare data and generate reports for all areas in the same category. For example, if you want to compare data for packaging lines in various plants, you can assign the packaging category to all the packaging lines throughout the organization. Whenever you want to view or use an assessment, an implementation plan, or a report, you begin by selecting the area that you want to assess, plan, or analyze. Let's suppose you're implementing the teamwork track at a packaging line in Boston. You expand the Boston part of the area tree and select your area. You're currently in the assessor, which is the view that digiTRACC opens into by default. You've selected your area, and the right-hand side of the digiTRACC interface lists the assessments that have been created in that area. Let's say you want to conduct a new assessment for the teamwork track. You right-click in the assessment list pane and select Create Assessment. This opens up the assessment, which consists of a series of criteria statements that are designed to evaluate each theme of the track at each of the track stages of maturity. You use the navigator, the grey area on the left, to choose the theme stage combination that you want to assess. In this case, it's theme 4 at stage 2. Read each criterion and decide whether it applies to your area. If it does, you can select the Yes checkbox. If it doesn't, you select the No checkbox. Everyone in your implementation team needs to be in agreement in order to answer yes. These links in the Actions column connect to info text and TRACC documents that can help you make the decision. You can use the paperclip link to upload documentary evidence for your responses. If you want to use the assessment as a baseline against which to compare future progress, you can convert it into a baseline assessment. These are red in the list. You can also create target assessments that represent a stage of maturity that you want to attain in the future. These are blue in the list. Whichever assessment you select in the assessment list pane displays as a progress chart in the pane underneath. It shows the maturity of the area being assessed across the stages for each of the themes in the track. Blocks in the chart represent a stage for a particular theme. The green area shows the proportion of criteria that have been answered yes for each block. If a theme is still at stage 1, if no criteria have a yes answer, the stage 1 block is displayed in red. The progress chart only shows track progress data from one assessment, but you can link other assessments from the same track and they'll display as lines on the chart. For example, this lets you see the progress made since the last baseline and the gap remaining to the next target. For a higher level view of progress in several tracks in your area, you can generate a consolidated progress chart. Instead of showing the themes in each track, the bars in this chart show the maturity of the whole track. You can link targets and baselines in this chart as well. The tracks per 6 months charts provide a longer-term view of track progress. They average the maturity scores for the latest assessments done in a 6-month period within the selected area. digiTRACC has many other reporting options, each offering different insights into the state of your track implementation. Moving away from assessments, you can view the implementation plan for your area in the planner. The implementation plan is a list of activities you need to perform to move your track maturity to the next stage. This is based on assessment criteria that have not been answered yes. The planner has 2 types of activities. Stop and thinks are policy decisions that affect your implementation approach. implementation actions are used to implement best practice activities in the workplace. You can refine and edit the plan by providing additional plan information such as due dates, responsibilities, and comments. Each activity in the plan has links that let you access the associated track material. As you complete an activity, you can upload documentary or photographic evidence associated with the activity. When you have a new assessment for a track, you need to update the implementation plan to use the new assessment. You can do this easily by right-clicking in the planner and selecting Update. The Performance view in digiTRACC allows you to define key performance indicators and capture performance data. If enough performance data has been captured for an area, you can compare the area's progress in track maturity against its progress in performance. You do this using a report called the Performance Practice Matrix. This report is highly configurable and allows you to compare areas or to make comparisons across time for the same area. The Documents tab provides access to all the track content to which the organization is subscribed. It presents the content as a tree structure, organized by track suites, categories, and tracks. And the Support tab provides links to documents and training, so that you can learn more about using digiTRACC.